Good afternoon or evening, everyone. Meteorologist Jeremy Baker here. We are keeping an eye on the radar, and we were pretty quiet most of the day, but it looks like we're finally starting to get some storm activity showing up, and it's right in southern Bexar County. Take a look at this radar here. This is not severe yet, at least, but we saw this shower start to develop maybe just about 15-20 minutes ago as it moved into southern Bexar County, and you can see that line. It's kind of a short storm, kind of in a line. You see the lightning associated with it. No hail or anything like that with it, just some lightning and moderate to heavy brief downpours. It's moving pretty quickly, so not anticipating any kind of flooding out of this or anything like that. And it's not very strong yet, but it does continue to strengthen in southern Bexar County. Let me zoom in. You can see that storm pretty much stretching from the southern end of 410 down towards the county line, getting kind of close to Divine. Looks like if you're in the western half of San Antonio, looks like you're going to likely see the rain within the next 5 to 10, 15 minutes, depending on where you are. Northwest side, probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes or so, maybe even a little bit sooner because it's moving at a pretty good clip. But as it does so, you kind of see it's moving inland and further inland because of the sea breeze. You kind of see that line. It's kind of a green line that's just out ahead of it, moving from the southeast to the northwest. That's associated with the sea breeze. And let me zoom out a little bit. You see that line moving through Bernie right now, or just moved through Bernie, moving through Canyon Lake right now. That's the leading edge of the cold front. So the cold front and the sea breeze are about to meet up, and where that storm is, it's possible this storm could blow up really quickly as those two converge together, almost right on top of San Antonio. At this point, if it doesn't grow further to the north and to the east, looks like downtown is likely just going to get some rain out of it. There is some lightning, though. Inside Loop 410, you can see that there on the southwest side, right around I-35 heading south towards 1604 from 410. And right now, we've got the showers and storms, or the lightning rather, just to the east of Somerset, just to the south of Loop 410. Yeah, I'm watching for the rain too. It's Denise, I believe so. Got two S's there. Hello, Alex. Thank you for watching. But this is really the only storm we're watching right now. A lot of the models were showing stuff developing in and around the Austin area, and we just see something up there towards, looks like a Round Rock at the end there, but kind of fizzles away. So this one is the only one we're watching right now, and it looks like it was a little bit stronger just a bit ago, so this might not be strengthening, in fact, at least right now. It's pretty much holding its own for the most part. You know, don't look at every single radar frame to see if it's strengthening or going back down. It could be pulsing, which means it might go up, come back down, and then strengthen again a few minutes later. But that's what we're looking at right now in southern Bexar County, just to the south of downtown San Antonio. So if you're heading out to any Final Four activities, especially outside, in the next hour or so, going to be some rain there. Really not even the next hour for downtown, maybe in the next 20 to 30 minutes at most. But northwest side of Bexar County and San Antonio, probably going to get in on some rain action there. We did see a lot of red, though, a couple frames of that radar ago, and just weakened quite quickly. Yeah, Pleasanton actually is moving away from Pleasanton now. So the sea breeze came through Pleasanton, so it's likely cooler there now. But yeah, it looks like that storm is definitely moving away from Pleasanton, away from Somerset as it moves off to the north and west. The storm's off to the west for the most part last night, moving southwest to northeast. This is going from southeast to northwest because it's associated with that sea breeze flow. But we'll have to see how that interacts with the frontal boundary that's pushing into northern Bexar County right now. It's finally starting to make a move. It really didn't move that much during the day today. The upper level low off to the west is finally starting to push that through. Pearsall, let's take a look now. Nothing for you, Pearsall. Still got that sea breeze coming in, shower developing just to the east there around 97. That's about it there right now. Von Army, pretty much the same thing. Von Army not seeing a whole lot of anything right now. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there it comes. Yeah, there's Von Army, and you can see that storm is just to your east. Not as much lightning associated with it now as it was a few minutes ago, so this may not be strengthening all that much, but we'll keep our eyes on it right now. Let me show you what else we have going on here in our weather forecast. Let's see, Tammy, for Fredericksburg, nothing right now for Fredericksburg. You're okay. Leno also. Connie, depends on where you are. All right. Instead of saying what's not going to get rain, which is most everybody, except for, oh, what's this thing doing? Hold on, give me a second here. My mouse is acting a little funky. Let me load that radar up again so I can show you. Right now, it's southern Bexar County that's seeing the rain, and it's moving into northern and western Bexar County. So basically from Castroville to downtown San Antonio, and then areas to the north and west. So right now it's Castroville to San Antonio. If you're to the south of that, you're not going to get anything once this moves through. at least with this storm right here. This is all there is right now. So everything else is good. Yeah, we need that rain. Lackland area, same thing, Stephen. Looks like that's going to move through within the next 10 to 15 minutes. And it's just some rain and a little bit of lightning. Nothing strong to severe about this. Nothing to go crazy about. No hail. So don't worry about that. All right, let me show you what else is going on weather-wise. West side too. Yeah, it's just some rain with a little bit of lightning, Courtney, in San Antonio. Not too much. And hopefully it stays that way with this one here. We're watching it later on tonight for the majority of the storms. And you can see here on the hail tracker, let me see, make sure it's not showing anything. There's a little blip on the county line there at Southern Bexar County. But if there was any hail, it's gone. All right, here we go. Here's what else we have going on right now. Real quick, San Antonio Airport 86, Stinson 88. It's breezy now because that storm is likely moving through or getting closer. East-southeast winds are at 17. Also, we have the sea breeze converging with the frontal boundary. Dew points at 73. That's jumped up a bit, so we have more of that moisture. Humidity's up there as well at 65%, so it's a very hot day out there. And look at the temperatures where we see that yellow. That's basically where the front is, just to the south of that. So the northern part of that orange color there. Stone Oak area, same. Let's see, in Russia. No, we're not looking at Russia, Jeremy. I'm not sure the weather for there. Haven't looked in a while. Stone Oak could get clipped by this storm on the eastern side of it, but nothing all that strong right now. So 86 in San Antonio, 97 Cotulla, Pearsall. To the north, 62 in Junction, 67 Fredericksburg, 68 Rock Springs. In between that is where we have that frontal boundary, so you can definitely see it on the temperature map. And there's that radar once again. Let me zoom in and see what's happening here. It hasn't moved a whole lot. It's still progressing in the same way, basically off to the north and west. We have some lightning with it, but again, this storm is not strong. It's not severe. There's a few lightning strikes with it and some rain, and it's going to move through the southwest side of San Antonio and clip downtown San Antonio just with some rainfall. A few lightning strikes though to the south and west towards Lackland, southwest part of the city between Loop 410 and 1604 and the western Bexar County line. Converse is less than Russia. Not as good as Russia. I think that's what you're saying there, Jeremy. All right. So later on tonight, that's when we're anticipating a better chance for these storms to move through that could become severe. Best chance will be northwest of Bexar County. You'll see that in a bit. I'll show you with the hour-by-hour forecast. Main threat, very large hail, possible, baseball size or larger. But that's what the storms that could form in the next couple of hours. The widespread storms that are expected later on tonight shouldn't have hail nearly that large because the atmosphere will be more stabilized behind that front. Heavy rain also a threat. Tornadoes not much of a threat though with this. That threat is more to the north and east. Now take a look at the water vapor imagery. You can see that big dip in the jet stream off to the west along the west coast. That's associated with the upper level low that's spinning in the southwest. So that's going to pick up speed as it moves through New Mexico and finally gets into Texas. And that's going to push this cold front through finally that really has stalled out for the most part. Didn't start moving until really just a couple of hours ago. So that's what we're waiting for to push this through. So here's the hour-by-hour forecast. This model, let's see, it's showing 7 p.m. But it's been a little bit off. It's been showing showers and storms between northeastern Bexar County through New Braunfels up to San Marcos and Austin for quite a while. This is showing 7 p.m. It's not there right now. So let's look at later. The overall trend, though, you could see those showers and storms developing off to the west across most of the hill country, western parts of south central Texas. And these could be strong to severe, but the atmosphere becoming increasingly stabilized as we head through the overnight. So around midnight to 1 o'clock, developing off to the west, pushing through to from the southwest to the northeast. And the areas that see the highest chance, again, north and west of Bexar County, that's 2 a.m. as it's pushing through the eastern hill country. Any hail possible in San Antonio? Yeah, it's possible, Debbie. Not with the storm that's rolling through right now, though. No hail associated with that yet. And hopefully it stays that way. Now, as you can see, as this batch of storms, it's really not an organized line or anything like that. It's just a batch or a cluster of showers and isolated storms. As it moves through areas just north of Bexar County, that they'll see areas of the storm that really are not all that strong as we push towards 3, 4 a.m. A lot of it's weakening, a lot of the atmosphere is stabilizing. So once we get past 2, 3, 4 o'clock, really 2 to 3 a.m., the severe threat drops down very quickly. Keep moving east and you'll see a few storms possibly popping up through the early morning hours past daybreak across the area, mostly in our eastern counties by 9 o'clock. So by the daybreak hours, I'm thinking we're not going to see as much in the way of storm activity. Could see some showers, especially in the eastern counties, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but nothing severe by tomorrow morning after sunrise. 2 to 7 a.m. Stay inside and sleep. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would definitely do the same thing. Absolutely, Grace Kelly, no problem. All right, pushing forward, here we go into the rest of Saturday. You can see not a whole lot happening. Could have an isolated shower here and there, but for the most part, dry, breezy, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. And then things clear out nicely for Sunday, but breezy. 70s for highs tomorrow, 60s for highs on Sunday. So this evening, isolated thunderstorms are possible, humid, partly cloudy, temperatures in the 80s for now. But of course, if you're further to the north and west, cooler, further to the south, warmer, south winds near 15 miles per hour. For your Saturday, leftover showers in the morning. By the afternoon, most of us partly to mostly cloudy. Late in the day, cooler and breezy, a high of only 73. 14-day forecast showing that weather impact alert day through tomorrow, at least through the morning tomorrow. By the afternoon, no problems at all with respect to severe weather. Sunday, mostly sunny, 64, but that low of 43 in San Antonio could have some lows in the upper 30s in the hill country. Not going to drop below freezing, but it's definitely going to be a lot colder. And then we start warming up Monday, high of 73. Tuesday, sunny and a high of 78. And the rest of the forecast, mostly sunny to partly cloudy, high temperatures in the 80s. Let me take a look at this radar once again. It's been a few minutes. Want to see what this storm is doing here. So we'll zoom in. You can see really, we had that lightning, but you see in the last few frames of the radar, not much in the way of lightning associated with that. So that's definitely some good news showing that it has not strengthened over the past 10 minutes or so. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on it. But if you're anywhere from Somerset, you're seeing that rain now, to southwest San Antonio and the northwest side, you're going to get some rain over the next, say 30 minutes or so as that moves through Bexar County and western portions of the county. And we'll just have to see how that interacts with that cold front that's pushing southward into northern Bexar County right now. That could actually help strengthen the storm. So we'll keep an eye on it here, and we'll come back online if this storm does strengthen or if conditions do warrant. Yeah, Saturday is going to be beautiful, beautiful for tequila and yard work. I like the combination. Will we get hail off of 90 and 1604? Not out of this storm. It does not look like it at all. By the time it moves through there, that's when it'll interact with that cold front and possibly strengthen more. But right now, it doesn't look like any hail from this one right now. All right, that's your forecast. We'll come back on if conditions warrant. So until then, stay inside if you see the rainfall and keep your eyes to the sky, or appeal to KENS5.com or KENS5 itself, or the KENS5 Plus app. You can download it for your TV. It's free. All right, we'll talk to you soon, guys. Thank you.